Welcome back to the Anabolic Hub, where we make anabolic deliciousness. We're inside my kitchen right now. We're going to be doing a full day of eating here, doing a copycat day on the Remington James cutting diet. He recently released a video and showed an example of what he eats for a full day of eating to get to about 2,000 calories. He has anywhere from 175 to 200 grams of protein and then fills out the rest of his calories, making sure he hits his calorie goal and his protein goal. We're going to take a look at all the recipes that he did, give them a try. They're actually not all recipes because one of them is of course an anabar, but that's okay. Those are freaking tasty. So we're gonna try one of those along with the full day of eating, go through all the recipes that he mentioned. I'll let you know what I think about them. And then at the end of the day, we'll see how I feel. Today, there's not a lot of vegetables. In fact, there's no vegetables in today's diet, and it's a lot of desserts. You guys are going crazy in the comment section about no vegetables, all the protein coming from powder or whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm sure Rem's getting in some vegetables, at least some green supplements. Let's take a look at the full day of eating by getting into meal number one. So I think the bar may have taken longer to open than to actually eat, but we're gonna get eaten right now. And let's see, anabar's still delicious? Let's find out. Yep, so good. All right, I'm gonna finish off this bar and I'll see you for meal number two. And we're back for meal number two. We're gonna put together Rem's lean body oatmeal, which is basically a different take on protein with a few other ingredients thrown in there. Super simple to make. Rem went through it in his video and it's so easy. Let's see how it tastes. Of course, you need your oats. A little bit over. There we go, on the money there. Then you're adding in just enough water to cover the oats. All right, and then just like Rem showed us, you open up the door, pop in your oatmeal, close the door, cook it for a couple minutes. And then after you've microwaved your oats, you're gonna toss in, of course, some of that Final Boss Performance Cinnamon Toast Swirl. In it goes. It just gets easier from here. Next ingredient we're gonna put in is going to be our sugar-free syrup. Then you put in as much zero-calorie sweetener as you like. And by the way, did you see how much Rem put into his version?
As much zero-calorie sweetener as you want because there's no calories in it.
I think he dumped half the bag into his version. But anyway, we're going to put in as much as we like here. I'm going to say 5 grams. And oh, by the way, if you have Swerve granular, make sure this closes, especially if you're in a humid environment. If you don't, it gets all nastified at the top here and then starts to clump. It still tastes the same, but man, you really want to be careful with this stuff. It clumps up, gets all nasty. No good at all. But anyway, it's still sweet, it still tastes good. So we're gonna finish off this packet here before we go on to the next one, but I'll be storing this differently in the future. Anyway, I digress. 5 grams of the zero-calorie sweetener going in, but you can use as much as you like. I actually think I remmed it and put in more than I wanted, but anyway, moving on. And of course, last ingredient in this super simple recipe is going to be the cinnamon. I put in a little more than Rem recommended, and by the way, I still don't know why we're adding cinnamon to a cinnamon toast swirl flavored protein powder, but hey, you know what? If some is good, more is better. Cinnamon's a lovely flavor. And of course, the final step here is to thoroughly mix all the ingredients together. Man, this bowl is hot. And once you've mixed until you think you've mixed enough, and then you've mixed some more, and you smell cinnamon so much that you feel like you're never gonna not be able to smell it again, you know that you're done, and it's time to enjoy this lean body oatmeal. And what the heck, we might as well take it over to the taste test table to give it a try. So here we go, Remington James lean body oatmeal. Let's see what it tastes like. I bet it tastes like cinnamon. Yep, but it's good, definitely good, very sweet. There's a lot of sweetener in this between the sugar-free syrup and as much zero-calorie sweetener as you want. You're looking for something sweet for breakfast, this is gonna be it. Of course, it's loaded with protein. Put in that scoop of protein powder in there. Gonna make all the difference in the world on upping the protein count. Clearly, that's the main source. Anyway, just stating the obvious now, but this is pretty good. Rem says this keeps him pretty full. There's not a ton of volume to it, but considering he likes to keep his breakfast nice and light, I can see this working well for him. It also seems that obviously you're upping your protein count early in the day between the 21 grams and the anabar, and I think there's, I don't know, somewhere between 30 and 40 grams of protein in this. Pretty good way to start the day, I have to say. Haven't had a lot of oatmeal lately. Been diving into the French toast a lot for quite some time. Nice little way to change it up though. Gives it a little different flavor, a little different texture. Something easy and simple to do, quick in the morning. I like it. All right, I'm gonna finish this up here and I'll see you for meal number 3. Just wanted to break in real quick here because it seems when I ask, you do it more often. So if you wouldn't mind smashing the like button, consider subscribing if you're not subscribed, and let me know in the comment section, what's your favorite Remington James recipe? Either in his cookbook or on his channel. What have you seen? What do you like best? Let's talk about it in the comment section. All right, back to the video. Okay, next meal up, and I guess what you could consider to be lunch is going to be our stupid simple pizza. I think that's what it says in his cookbook. No, but seriously, this is a really simple pizza to put together. Few simple ingredients. Our crust, trying to keep it low cal, we're going to use a tortilla or burrito tortilla or whatever you have that's about 100 to 150 calories, works just fine. You pop that onto a skillet that, because I'm paranoid about it sticking, I sprayed with some nonstick already. Drop that on there. Then you measure out your marinara sauce to put on top of the crust. And we just want to spread it around, get it as close to the edges as we can. Okay, and leaving a little bit of space to grip, we're good there. Then you measure out your fat-free cheese to go on top. Okay, and then once you have more cheese than last time on there, you just want to make sure you spread it out so it's nice and even. We want equal amount of cheesiness all around. Then we're upping our protein count here with some turkey pepperoni. And as you can see, if you like pepperoni pizza, you get plenty of pepperoni on this pizza. Next step is to put it on the stovetop so we can get the crust nice and crispy. Then we're gonna pop it into the oven, let all the cheese melt, take it out, and hopefully enjoy some anabolic pizza that's stupid simple and really delicious. Now that we have the crust all nice and crispy, in the oven it goes. And after a few minutes in the oven, it's done and ready to go. Gonna do it Rem style right onto a cutting board. Oh my goodness, look at that cheesy pizza pepperoni deliciousness right there. That's enough looking at it. Let's go give it a try. And yes, we're back at the taste test table yet again to try the Remington James simple pizza. Loaded with protein. Now it's an RJF pizza, so you know the expectations are going to be very high, even one as simple as this. So let's try it, see how it is, see if it's something that's going to be enjoyable and kill that pizza craving while we're cutting. Let's dive right in. First slice, here we go. Wow, really good, really good, I like it. You really can't knock that turkey pepperoni. Tastes just like the real thing. So good. There is definitely more cheese than last time on this pizza. I have to say I'm impressed. This is really good considering what it is. Simple ingredients. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredient pizza. Can't go wrong. Low cal. Unbelievable. Able to fit all that protein in this. All these pepperonis. So much flavor. Such a simple thing. It's recipes like this where it's no wonder why Rem's cut is going so well, right? I mean, this is unbelievable. Have you tried this one yet? If you haven't, you really gotta do it. It is so freaking good. Oh my God. This is the perfect lunch. I could see myself having this every day. All right, I'm gonna finish up this pizza. And I'll see you guys for meal number 4. And we're back for meal number 4. This one's going to be the anabolic chocolate malt. This one has more volume than last time. It's a lot of simple ingredients. If you're making a lot of anabolic recipes, you probably have them already. So let's get this thing into the blender, blend it up, and let's get drinking. First ingredient that we need is some vanilla flavored almond milk. Now this is a chocolate malt, and Rem does say to use a chocolate whey protein powder, but in his video he used that Final Boss cinnamon toast swirl. So we're gonna keep it consistent because I'm curious how it tasted when he tried it. So here we go, in with our Final Boss cinnamon toast swirl whey protein. Couple grams shy. Then we need our cocoa powder, which is probably going to be the only thing giving this any kind of chocolatey taste. And I lied about the only thing giving it that chocolatey taste being the cocoa powder, because next up we need some Hershey's sugar-free syrup. By far the most Hershey's sugar-free syrup I've used in any recipe ever. Next ingredient we're going to use is of course going to be plain non-fat Greek yogurt. And it's just 2 more ingredients. You need frozen blueberries and of course, ice. Now that we have all the ingredients in there, let's take this over to the base and blend it up for a couple minutes. Okay, bye. Okay, so not so sure what I did different than Rem. His was up to the brim, more than 72 ounces. Mine is sitting here at just about 40 ounces. So somehow I'm about 32 plus ounces off what he did. Maybe somebody who saw his video can tell me what I did wrong, but either way, we're gonna give this a try. Pulling out the flavor stick. It is the same type of consistency as we saw in Rem's video, just not as much volume, which is a little disappointing, but maybe I did something wrong. I'd be willing to bet it's probably the ice. I did put in exactly 200 grams. Maybe Rem used more, who knows? All right, let's give this a try. Okay, yet again, back at the taste test table, try meal number 4 here. Our nice little, I guess, liquid snack. Very disappointed. I was hoping the volume would be much higher than this. So again, the only thing I can think of why Rem's was more is because he actually used more than the 200 grams of ice that I measured out. Anyway, here we are, still 42 ounces of liquid here, a little bit more than the 40 that I thought it was before. We're still 30 ounces off somehow. Gotta be water. Anyway, we're gonna try it just like Rem did here, straight from the blender. Here we go. That's tasty. It's not very chocolatey, it's more cinnamony, but I think we knew that was gonna happen. I bet if you did use chocolate whey protein, it would taste just like a malt type of drink. This is very good though. I can see how this would be satisfying, fill you up, make you feel full for the rest of the day, especially considering the macros that are in it. This is something that could easily get you through to the last meal, which of course in today's case is going to be another dessert, but that's okay. Wouldn't recommend doing this all the time. Anyway, I digress a little bit there. Let's get back to this recipe. Very good. You can taste the blueberries a little bit. I bet if you had the chocolate whey protein powder, it would make it obviously a lot more chocolatey. I might even put a little bit more of the cocoa powder in to give it more of a chocolatey flavor. But this is really good. It's kind of like more of a not so thick smoothie, which I guess is kind of what a malt drink would be anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna finish this up, and then we're gonna go on to our final meal of the day. So I just wanted to come back in here and say I drank that entire malt drink, and boy, am I glad I did it after my workout today, because I am so full. I have no idea how I'm going to eat this last meal, even though it's a sweet dessert, which normally I can always get a sweet down. Could be tough. That is so much volume in that drink, and it was 30 ounces less somehow than the one Rem made. But man, quite filling, quite satisfying. And the flavor was good, but man, whew. I don't know if I got enough room left to finish the last meal. Can't believe the calories on these, but man, this day has been quite filling and quite satiating, if you will. So I can totally see how Rem has been saying that his cut has been so simple. Eating like this, oh man, it's gotta be easy, because right now, I don't feel like ever eating again. But on we go, here we go. I'll see you guys at the last meal. Okay, so I finally mustered the appetite to have the 5th meal of the day, which is actually another dessert. We're going to be doing the anabolic brownie sundae. Gonna get things started here. We have our mixing bowl. First ingredient is going to be canned pumpkin. Next, we're gonna add in some coconut flour. Then it's supposed to be chocolate whey protein powder. I happen to be actually out of that particular whey protein powder. So instead of using the cinnamon toast swirl from Final Boss Performance, we're gonna skip that. Plus, I'm starting to think that Rem just takes an actual flavor that's not cinnamon toast swirl and puts it into his container. Just, you know, not to advertise anybody else's whey protein powder, just judging from how his recipes are coming out. I find it hard to believe if I use cinnamon toast swirl in this particular recipe, it would come out anything like it did in his video. Anyway, we're gonna spice it up a little bit. We're gonna make this version cookies and cream. All the other ingredients will stay the same. We're still gonna use the same ratios. It's still whey protein powder. Besides, who doesn't like cookies and cream? How could that be bad on a Sunday? Here we go, adding in our whey protein. I should just let it go when it's only a gram off, but you know what? Gotta be as accurate as possible. After all, it is a recipe. We'll still put in some more of the chocolatiness here with 10 grams of our cocoa powder. Who knows? Maybe it'll taste more like an Oreo. More chocolate syrup, which will definitely continue the train of the most chocolate syrup I've consumed in a day. Sugar-free, of course. And we're baking up a brownie, so you know we need some baking powder. And we'll try to use up more of our 0-calorie swerve granular. Now, of course, we just gotta mix it up. And once again, it seems like you don't have enough wet ingredient, but you do. Just keep mixing until you think you've mixed enough, and then, you know, mix some more. Then what you wanna do is get an 8x8 pan, line it with some parchment paper, and then just start adding in the batter. Evenly spreading this out. And it's time to bake. And after 10 minutes in the oven, our final meal of the day, which happens to be a dessert, is finished, ready to go. We're gonna put it on this plate, add on some low-calorie ice cream, not quite as low as Rem's, but 30 more calories per whatever grams, and we're done. Let's get this going here, then we'll be finished, head over to the taste test table, and finish off our full day of eating. Whew. Last meal of the day. It's a nice decadent dessert. We're gonna try it right now. Smells incredible, looks great. Try to show you without the ice cream slipping off there. You can see nice big brownie, 2 scoops of ice cream, but it's already starting to melt, so let's try it. Here we go. Last meal of the day, finishing it off with a dessert. Let's do it. Oh yeah, 10 minutes, just the right amount of time, like Rem said, to have it be gooey in the middle. If you want to do a couple more minutes, you want to cook more through it, you can do that. This is perfect if you like a gooey brownie center. Spot on here. I don't like using pumpkin in a lot of recipes, but Rem's brownie recipes always come out great with it. It is a little drier than if you used casein protein powder, but I would have to have adjusted all the ratios and played around with it for a little bit. Didn't want to do that today. I wanted to try just how Rem had it. This is still good. I would definitely eat this. Should make it if you haven't already. The 85 grams of ice cream is perfect for this brownie size. Really good, nice little sweet dessert way to finish off the day. Now personally, either in my last meal or the meal before, I do like to get some veggies in. It just helps me feel better overall. It's got to be those micronutrients obviously lacking in the last 2 meals that we had. Although you did get the blueberries with that chocolate anabolic malt. Yeah, typically I like to have something closer to more like a real food recipe for like a dinner or maybe the last meal of the day. Obviously, it's not how he eats every day. I'm sure he has some actual more traditional type dinners that may even include a vegetable or 2, but no, maybe not. But anyway, maybe something other than protein powder, but you know what? Not a bad way to finish off your day, not at all. I would wonder though, is it an exceptional day for Rem to eat like this? Curious, I mean obviously protein goals are on point, calorie goals are on point, that's what the focus is for Rem, but I mean with all the recipes in his cookbook, I think he switches it up every day, just maybe trying to show us something unique that he might do on a particular day. This is definitely a unique way to finish off the day here, that's for sure. I'd say out of all the recipes today, my favorite was the pizza. That was definitely the most satisfying meal. After that, felt like I actually could have been good for a while. Tasted great, super simple to make, loaded with protein, and for me that's a lot to say because usually I'm more into the sweets, but who doesn't like pizza? Anyway, this brownie sundae is going fast. Not fast enough though, because what's left of the ice cream has already melted over it. But it's getting to be about that time. I gotta get up out of here. It's been a long day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.